Green interwebs, it's JackitK, and it's been a hot minute since we've actually done something on the good old video game console. It is a Saturday night, and I just kind of want to chill on a live stream. So I decided to visit another one of these SNES games. I think, at least in the past, was NES games, and this time we're actually jumping into SNES. And since this is just a casual stream, trying to get a feel for doing a whole live stream and bringing it over YouTube, why not do a game that I've technically done on YouTube already, but a very, very long time ago. And I'm always down to play again, because it's a game that's near and dear to my heart. First console video game I've ever played. Because technically Pokemon came first, and technically, if we want to get super technical with what counts as a video game, there was a computer game, like Reader Rabbit's Reading Journey. And that's technically the first thing someone might call a video game I ever played, but if someone asks me just in casual conversation, I usually credit the Pokemon as my first video game. But this was definitely the first thing I played on a console. It was a good time. Still remember, I say I still remember, but my memory's like a goldfish, so I don't remember exactly how it got, but I remember getting it either for like a console, or like a birthday gift or something, just like an SNES bundle that included Donkey Kong Country. I'm not even sure if it was any other games, but this was definitely the first game that came with my console. And it caused a lot of confusion, because maybe I was actually an N64 game kid, but I just got like video games late. But then again, back in the 90s when people were poor, it kind of makes sense. And it's just weird that they cut that back a little bit. Because that's the quickest I ever seen the game loop. I could have sworn it goes on for like 10 million hours and a half. Yes game, I know how to do the stuff that I'm not gonna do, because I am a hardcore Donkey Kong Country fan. And it may have been years, like the last time I probably played this game was the Diddy Kong. How do I get rid of this menu? This is a fine mess and a half. How do I get rid of the screen? The video game screen that makes this stuff appear. Oh god, this way. There we go. I don't know how to get rid of the freaking... Oh, this is just a mess and a half. I don't think I can get rid of that bottom text. So, what was I talking about? I guess we're in the video game, so I might as well play the video game. But this is a huge game in my childhood. You know, it's been forever since I last played them. I feel pretty in-depth with the Donkey Kong Country games as a series. It's gonna take a little bit for me to get the controls back down, because apparently shoulder buttons don't work in this game. I remember vividly being able to swap characters with the shoulder buttons, but maybe I'm mixing it up with the Game Boy Advance port. I was gonna say, it may have been forever and a half since the last time I played Donkey Kong Country, but I still remember this game, and will not struggle with it at all. The game's like the back of my hand, and here I am, taking half a minute to figure out how to swap characters. I'm not scared of this game, though, because the last time I played it was when I did a playthrough of the Game Boy Advance port of Donkey Kong Country. Specifically playing a very special mode in it, called Hero Mode, where you essentially, become a one-hit wonder. You play as Diddy Kong, first and foremost. There's no DK in sight. And in addition, you get no... I don't even think you get checkpoints. I think they take out checkpoints in the Hero Mode version. As I say that, and I get hit. Fantastic. I sense a theme with this particular video game already. Fun. That's what I was saying. Hero Mode wasn't something I played. Where you only play as Diddy Kong, they take out the checkpoints. And I got through the whole game like that, dang it. And honestly, it wasn't even that much of a struggle. I might have died a couple times in some of the more trickier stages, but it wasn't really the hero mode that slowed me down. It was other general platform things that would have been a one-hit kill for me either way. So, that's fun. Playing Donkey Kong Country, and I can't even play as my main man, Diddy Kong. The mistakes I would make, and I knew when I made them. What do we got going on with hero mode anyways? I guess swear there was like so many other stories I wanted to share, but I was kind of just like in a situation where, like I said, I mean, there's multiple reasons why I'm still gotta get used to controls. One, the last time I played this game was on the Game Boy Advance. Two, I remember this game looking a little bit nicer. Or at least not as pixely. I mean, I know nostalgia is a fickle beast, but as you can see, I am very experienced with playing the SNES Switch Online. Okay, there we go. I knew you could get up there. As I was saying before I kept getting interrupted, there was something I want to talk about before I kept getting interrupted. So forgive me if I'm like repeating myself, but it feels like it's the easiest way to get back on track. I know, like, this game was a huge part of my childhood because, like I said, it was one of the earlier video games I've had. A monumental video game. It was the first console game I played, so I feel like I'm fairly comfortable with it. But I'm kind of starting to slowly get doubts with just how much I was struggling with the freaking controls and dying over stupid things. The good news is that this should be way easier than the original hero mode, because I got 2 hits this time. And I guess there's checkpoints if I really need them. I know that's famous last words, but it is what it is. And what else do I got in store? I think some of the video games I remember playing growing up include like Donkey Kong Country. At least on the NES, there was like that Donkey Kong Country game. I know I can get up here. I'm not sure if it's worthwhile for anything, but there is stuff up here. Now just more bananas. Okay, unnecessary barrel is unnecessary. Don't get me, don't get me. Thank goodness. But at least we're finally time for some good old-fashioned sass. Boy, this place has been busy lately. What is the old Kremlings? Not you. I can't play this game. The colors are too rich for my poor old eyes. Why, even the bananas are more frames of color than I had in the entire game. Look at this. And I rock. I beer swings. Waste of frames in my opinion. That was when we had real gameplay. That was. And this was developed with the latest state-of-the-art 3D working things, was it? The trouble with you kids is that you're all too soft. That's our cranky. And John hiding stinks to the treetops or extra lies. Thanks, old man. I already knew it. This thing, like, Cranky's sass is kind of one of the more kind of parts of the series, and it felt like there was a period of time where you didn't really get that. Like, after, like, DK64, I mean, there's the shenanigans he had in the instruction manual, but you can even find little bits in the areas that played with him in, or the bits that appeared in the game itself. But like when he showed up in other games like Jungle Climber, that it feels like it toned him down a bit. And I guess like in some senses they still tone him down in modern games, but there was that whole Twitter takeover that Nintendo did with Cranky a while back. You know, that was a fun time. Well, so the point I'm getting at is just like Cranky is like one of the fun parts of the series, just because it's a good throwback to just the whole cranky old man trope. And I feel like it just like gave him a lot of sass. And in an early game, in a game like this early in my childhood, is a character having sass kind of just like makes them stand out. And it don't even have to be likable, because I'm pretty sure, like, as much as I didn't really like, as much as my suspension of disbelief was so high that there's probably a period of time where I just was not able to handle assholes, even in video games. It at least made him stand out, and I probably didn't like him as a kid just because he was so cranky old man, but I can appreciate him for what he is. In these times for sure, if not back then. So, hey, I guess now that I actually, like, got the major intros out of the way, we are just breezing by these levels in this first world real quick. It is the first world, but... And I mixed up my jump button with my switch button. I'm sure that won't backfire. Pro tip, going for water levels, always use DK. For one, Diddy's always a better player of the two, but in water levels, they pretty much play exactly the same. You think DK might have a bigger hitbox because he's larger, but don't let that fool you. They basically just have the same area that they can get hit by. There's no real advantage or disadvantage using one of these characters over the other. And I knew there was a secret around here somewhere. I'm gonna have to keep my eyes open because I'm pretty sure there's another secret that has a special surprise for us. So, if I could just like hop back in without getting too hurt. It's been so long since I played the game, I forgot that those octopus actually appeared this early on. Nah, I might be thinking of a later level, but here he is. This is our second animal buddy. I kind of glanced over Rampy and just let him do his thing, but for those of you who've never played a Donkey Kong Country game before, throughout your adventures you come across animal buddies stacked away in these crates. And if you open up and find them, you get a huge advantage in traversing through the level. For one, they give you an extra hit, so like if you get hit, you don't lose a Kong, you lose one of the buddies. And then the best part is, you don't even permanently lose them. Like if you can jump right back on them when they start running away after getting hit, you essentially have infinite hits. I'm not sure if there's like any sort of programming that makes them harder and harder to get back on the more times you get hit. I doubt it. But there are situations where like there's so much they work like Yoshi in Super Mario World where they just run straight ahead, and if they run down the pit or something like that, then it's just goodbye. So I don't think that'll be a problem with him gone here, which is probably why he's one of the more busted ammo buddies. Because essentially Rambi gives you better control over your character in these underwater stages, and there's that whole easy recovery thing. Because yeah, I don't even have to attack. Like the clam pearls and the octopi are pretty much the only thing that can hurt me on Engar. I'm sure like if one of those little fish would like sneak from me from behind, I guess they could get Engar that way too, but not really too much of an issue. And speaking of fun personalities, whoa, whoa, Donkey Dude, it's your boy Funky Kong. This bodacious jungle barrel. I know I can do a better funky than that. Yup. Looks like a complete and total bummer, let me tell you, dude. Whoa, dude, the name's Funky Kong. I'm gonna loop my dialogue because I need you to jump into a plane. And I guess I could show it off. It only takes the places you've been, so it's kind of useless this early on, but this was essentially our fast travel feature. So I can think of some practical uses to have with it too. And I'll showcase it when we come across them though. Alright. In case you can't tell, always go up the mountain sides if you can. because there's usually a secret in store, like skipping freaking half the level. Now, if I do this right, I think I may even be able to skip even more the level. Because I think I might have to just like time it, so I jump on this guy at the peak of his jump. There we go, we can get up here and skip even more of the level. I actually feel a little bad skipping this much of the freaking level, but I did also want to showcase just how many little secrets are in the store. I think like this is a case where DK can pound the ground. I kind of glanced over it the first time we did it, but there are certain areas where DK can kind of just like shortcut or like get extra hidden goodies by slamming the ground. There's usually nothing important. It's usually like a banana or something. If there's not timing to that particular bonus game, I have no idea what it is. Actually, maybe I need that barrel for over here. We've skipped so much level already that I'm not gonna be too upset over skipping another secret. That was not a skip. I think we actually need to do that in order to progress. Alright, and you go. I do remember, like, when I was real young, playing this game from the first time, this area tripped me up. It's surprisingly difficult for how early on the game. Just like if you've never really... This is the first time we're actually doing like barrel cannon platforming, for lack of a better way to describe it. And if you're not ready for it, it can be so easy to botch it up and shoot yourself into the bees. And oftentimes it's like maybe you can recover yourself with invisibility frames, but other times you can't. I like to like save and come back, but I don't know if we can do that. So I guess I'll showcase Candy now. Candy Con is DK's girlfriend, for those who live under a rock and have been following the series for a while. Actually, when you think about it, when was the last time Candy was in a game? Point being, we can jump into the barrel, and this is how we save, because this was a game from the 90s. So we can't just like pause the game and save. We have to make everything something you earn, even the ability to save your video game. There's like some things I don't miss about the old days. Anyways, time for our first boss, which I'll probably make it to a banana cream pie in a minute. Goni is a giant beaver. We've seen beavers before, so you know exactly what to do. You jump on his head, and it's just like any other beaver. It's maybe a little tricky because it's bigger, takes more hits, and has a little bit faster of an attack pattern. But it's first boss material, it's not too tricky. Speaking of Cranky though, man, like I loved the little extra banter they gave Cranky at the end of each boss where he just comes, I guess like because it's a Game Boy Advance we can do more, so they just have like Cranky come by after you beat the boss every level, complain about the video game art because that's his niche and I love him for it. Basically explaining like how the bananas that we've been rescuing from the bosses get back into the banana horde. And speaking of animal buddies, we already got our third animal buddy on the rips. That is our good friend Winky. I realized like maybe I should have like ended this off from a recording standpoint at the end of the boss, but I forgot about the fact that I'm trying to split this stream into various parts. Until after I beat the boss. Plus, like, we're not even really at 25 minutes of stream, and I know some of it was set up, so... Did I actually jump off my ammo buddy? Did I... Hold on. Did I frickin' find the way you swap with the shoulder buttons while flying? Winky, are you down there? If you can hear me, buddy, speak to me. Hop? I hear him, you hear him hopping. But I know that's a bottomless abyss. This is really dumb. But I'm probably not gonna die anyways. I'm coming for you, buddy! I'd rather play for that level with my froggy friend anyways. So I'm not gonna be too hurt about that. Now, unfortunately, I see we gotta backtrack a little bit. But yeah, he's just like right over there. I'm kind of wondering if I backtracked, if that box would respawn. Probably not. That was so weird though. You guys heard it too, right? The fact that, like, oh, how did, that was the second time I did that. Thankfully, I didn't kill the poor guy this time. But how? I know I'm playing on, like, a Switch controller, but it's not like you can Joy-Con drift into a Yoshi ditch jump. I'm a little baffled how that happened. Like, obviously, like, I must have pressed the wrong button as I was jumping. But I didn't even notice. No, oh my god, I freaking did it again! What is wrong with me? Well, I get that freaking espresso token was just not meant to be, because we're pretty much at the end of the level. Farewell, DK. I knew ye well. It's been too long since I played with my friend Diddy anyways. Oh man, that was a scene. And you know what? I can't think of a better way to end things off than that particular fantastic mess of a mess. Thank you all for tuning in. And I guess we'll go for World 2 the next one. Take care.